Now, a couple of years ago, I remember when Hassan Piker and H3h3 announced that they're going to start collabing. And if I remember correctly, they spent a lot of money, a couple of $1 million on a studio, and they were going to start recording from there. They're going to make this podcast that's going to dominate Twitch. And a lot of people from our side, they were saying, well, it's too leftists. But I, who actually understand the different flavors of leftism, like a wine connoisseur, I said that, well, this isn't going to end well, because from what I know, Hassan is an extremist. Well, H3h3 is more of a pro-establishment, don't rock the boat too much type of guy. And it turns out that it's almost as if I have a crystal ball that the two individuals had a falling out despite of the amount of cash that they invested on the studio. The last episode to that podcast, as far as my knowledge goes, was on October 2023. And so months later, Ethan comes out with the expose and he hypes it up. It's nuclear, apparently. And I'm like, oh my goodness, nuclear. And it took us so many months to release it. You haven't talked about the issue since, but like after so many months, we're going to have the expose. And what's in the expose? And I click on it, and it's like, Hassan Piker is an extremist. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And you didn't know? Well, apparently the claim is that, you see, like, Hassan is this mastermind that infiltrated, wormed his way into the Ethan podcast, and then he started puppeteering people. Like, because of the audience being NPC, he like Hacker Man, he started rewriting the code of those NPCs and turned them against liberalism. He hypnotized them, like the snake did to Mowgli. He took them away from Ethan and into his show. It's like, dude, give me a fucking break. Like, there is no fucking way that you didn't know Hassan Piker, which, again, is not just on air, on his stream, saying the following, that America deserves 9/11. That's word for word of what he said. But it was like a national debate. Like, a person that says something like that, what other things do you expect from him? Like, how did it take you by surprise? Like, at which point you were baffled by Hassan's takes? Because in my opinion, both of them are awful people that society decided to tolerate. It's very difficult to understand the online meta, like what is allowed and what isn't allowed, because it seems like it's more on a personal level. It's like some things are allowed, but at some point people turn against an individual, and then everything the individual does is bad, while the individual condemning him is like Jesus. And then some time passes, and the individual doing the condemnation is condemned by someone else. And again, like, the person doing the condemnation is Jesus Christ, right? Like, they're the ones we look up to, the ones we bath in the virtue and the glory, and the person getting condemned is Satan themselves. And I'm tired of this shit. No, both of them are bad. Both of them had said some shit, but like in the case of Hassan, I mean, he's racist towards straight white people. The fuck does he have against me and my mother? What did my mother ever do to him? He went on a stream, used the hard R, right? Called white people crackers. And because of that, he got banned from Twitch. Do you guys remember that? Like, that strikes to me more closer to home, and I am far more outraged about that than any other thing he did. Like, I'm sitting here on my computer minding my own business, and the streamer comes out, and he all of a sudden has beef with me and my mother. It's like, well, who is this cheeky little shit? Who does this guy think he is, coming after me and my family? What did I ever do to him? I don't even know him. Yet he seems to harbor animosity towards me. Like, why? Why? Oh, because of my ancestors? Motherfucker, you're from the Ottoman Empire. Like, you guys invaded us in the past. Should I have animosity towards you because of your ancestors now? Right? So, again, I generally don't know how Ethan is allegedly such a bad judge of character. Like, he didn't realize that the socialist, which laughs about eating the rich but manages to buy expensive cars and lives in a mansion, may be somewhat disingenuous. And he may be a bad person after going after American politicians that lost their eye in military conflicts. This is what I'm being sold. To be fair, you know, the documentary itself, the expose, apparently is good because the public finally knows. Like, up until now, the public had no idea about the type of person Hassan is and his extremist content. Apparently breaking the national news of getting an actual terrorist on a stream, right? Like, he got a Houthi on a stream, and it's not unknown. Like, this is not a secret. Like, it was in the news. Even I from Romania heard about it. The public still didn't know. But now that H3h3 made the documentary, all of a sudden everyone is aware. And now people are blaming Twitch. I mean, you know, that's a good thing, I suppose. Like, after all these years, finally we're blaming Twitch. I call that a win. But, like, couldn't this win have happened sooner? Like, apparently Twitch has hired, as the head of the trust and safety team, a lady that got banned from, that lost her job in the UK because she was sympathizing too much with terrorists. That's the allegation, right? And like, why is this coming out now? Like, how many months was she involved in Twitch? Like, why is it all of a sudden a matter of public debate when she was working there for quite a while? I mean, okay, you know, if this is how the culture functions, this is how the culture functions. But, like, anyone that's acting surprised or bewildered by any of the revelations. I mean, there's even a website which is called Twitch or Terrorist, where you get statements like, you know, Hassan Piker said that America deserves it. And you have to guess, is this statement coming from a Twitch streamer or is it coming from a person on a terrorist watch list? And I gotta say, I'm really good at that game. I'm pretty good. I almost scored the perfect. And the way you do it, like, my winning strategy is that if you hear something that's absolutely batshit insane, it's a Twitch streamer. But if you hear something that's kind of like a politician would speak it, it's a terrorist. And that's how you can meta that game. Fairly accurate. So yeah, apparently now Hassan is in a pickle. Also surprised that the ADL just found out. I mean, again, the level of anti-Semitism, like, holy shit. If I was to say, like, even a fraction of the stuff that is being said on Twitch, I would probably lose my YouTube channel. But for some reason on Twitch, no, that's okay. And up until now, no one knew. Not even the ADL. They're more interested in policing Pepe the Frogs on Steam, I guess. You know, they don't have the manpower to handle two operations at the same time. Like, my only curiosity is, why is Hassan against the Nazis? I mean, if he is anti-Semitic, as some of the clips show, like, what is this beef with the Nazis? Is it because they're not anti-Semitic enough? Like, they don't raise to his standard? Like, legit question. So, all in all, my take from this is that Twitch is such a wonderful platform. You know, like, a couple of years ago, you had all these Twitch streamers fighting for social justice, lecturing us, right-wingers, on morality, on how to be good, decent human beings. Do you guys remember that? I remember, because I remember even Styx got banned from Twitch. Like, if you are a little bit to the right, you would get banned, which proved that Sargon is a leftist, because he's the only one that can stream on Twitch up till this day. But besides that, it was filled with people just casting moral judgment and telling how society should be organized. You guys remember that, right? And now let's see, what do we have? We have the documentary accusing Hassan Piker of extremism, accusing Twitch Trust and Safety Council of failing at her job. And all of this is happening when a week before, Hassan was laughing at Destiny for the situation and the predicament that he was in. Maybe there is some sort of cosmic karma, you know, some karma justice, where if you occupy yourself with the problems of other people, then problem come to you. Like, who's next? Are we going to see something happen to H3h3 now? Because this is how it's going, right? Like, Destiny has issues. Hassan laughs at Destiny. Now Hassan has issues because Ethan laughs at Hassan. And therefore, you know, the pattern can continue. What can I say? You know, watch the documentary. It is interesting. For me, nothing is news. Like, I've already seen those things. I am a little bit interested in the opinion that H3h3 did not know. I mean, we're at the level where, you know, imagine if I were to collab with Fuentes. And, you know, when the dirt comes out, I'll be like, well, I had no idea. How could I possibly know? He stole my subscribers. I platformed him. Come on. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.